All right, if you were born on December 8th, this one is for you. We're about to dive deep into the cosmic forces that make you who you are, what we call the ambitious visionary. So, let's get right into it.
Here it is, right up front. This is the core formula. You're taking that adventurous, truth-seeking energy of a Sagittarius, and you're mixing it with the super powerful get-it-done vibe of the number 8. This isn't just some casual blend, it's a really potent combination that creates a leader who doesn't just have big dreams, but actually has the drive to make them happen in the real world.
Okay, so to really get what makes you tick, we have to start with your foundation, right? Your sun sign. But you gotta understand, while you're a Sagittarius through and through, your specific birthday makes you a very, very special kind of archer.
At your very core, you're just powered by that classic Sagittarian zest for life. We're talking a sharp, intelligent mind paired with a personality that's so bold and so full of energy, it can literally change the vibe of an entire room. And this isn't an act, it's just the engine that drives you.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Being born on the 8th acts like a cosmic amplifier. It takes that natural Sagittarian confidence and charisma and just supercharges it, injecting you with this potent, undeniable leadership quality that really does make you stand out from the crowd.
All right, let's pull back the curtain and look at all the individual ingredients in your cosmic recipe. Understanding these pieces, your planet, your element, your number, that's the key to seeing how your unique personality is really built.
Leading the charge for you is your ruling planet, the cosmic giant Jupiter. This is the planet of big things, expansion, opportunity, and it gives you this massive dose of luck and an optimism that's pretty much unshakable. It's that voice in your head that's always telling you to go bigger, and it truly believes anything is possible.
Then we add in your element, fire. And we're not talking about just a little spark here. We're talking a constant, roaring flame. This is where you get the courage to take those big swings. It's the passion that fuels your ambition and creates that magnetic, high-energy vibe that people just can't ignore.
And here's your secret weapon, your mutable quality. While other people might get stuck when the plan changes, you are literally built to adapt. This flexibility means you can pivot, you can find new ways to succeed, and you can totally thrive in the kind of chaos that would just overwhelm other people. You don't get thrown off course easily.
And finally, we get to the absolute cornerstone of your profile, the number 8. In numerology, this is the powerhouse. It's the number of ambition, of authority, and of achieving real, tangible success. It takes all that fiery Sagittarius spirit and grounds it with a strategic, executive mindset that's focused on building something that lasts.
So, when you mix all of this together, all that fire, all that ambition, and all that cosmic luck, you get an incredibly potent personality. But, every great power has a flip side. Your biggest strengths are directly tied to your biggest challenges, like two faces of the same powerful coin.
Let's start with the awesome stuff. You walk into a room and people just notice. That confidence, that charisma, it makes you a natural-born leader. You're not just ambitious. You're the person who sees a really complex problem, cuts right through the noise with a simple, direct solution, and gets everybody fired up to make it happen. And what's so fascinating here is you can see that duality in action. Take your honesty. It's a huge strength, but that same directness can sometimes come off as blunt or even intimidating to more sensitive folks. Your fierce independence is what makes you such a great leader, but it also means you absolutely hate being micromanaged. And that ambition that drives you to succeed, well, in overdrive, it can look a little like ruthless competitiveness. It's a constant balancing act for you. So, with this really complex, high-powered personality, how do you handle two of the biggest parts of life, love and money? Let's take a look at how these traits play out.
In relationships, you just don't do things by halves. You are passionate, you are intensely loyal, and you're a true partner, always pushing the people you love to become the best versions of themselves. The one non-negotiable for you? You need a partner who gets that your independence isn't a threat to the relationship. It's just a core part of who you are.
And that's exactly why you often click so well with signs that can match your energy. Fellow fire signs like Aries and Leo, they just get your passion. And air signs like Libra and Aquarius, they appreciate your independent mind and can fan your flames without ever trying to control them. They get your need for freedom. Now, when it comes to money, you're pretty much playing with a stacked deck. It's like a 4-part system. Jupiter's luck brings opportunities to your door, but your strategic mind knows exactly which ones to grab. Then your raw ambition gives you the fuel, and your sheer determination makes sure you cross that finish line no matter what gets in your way. You really do make your own luck.
So all this drive for success, it naturally brings us to the world of work. For you, a career isn't just a job, it's a mission. It's about finding the right place for your leadership skills to not just shine, but to make a real, tangible impact.
Look, forget about a predictable 9 to 5 and some rigid structure. For a spirit like yours, that's a cage. You thrive when you have autonomy, when you can call the shots and see your vision all the way through. You're not here to just do a job. You're here to build an empire, or lead a movement, or solve a problem that nobody else can figure out.
So it is absolutely no surprise that roles with a lot of authority just feel like home to you. Whether you're building a company from scratch as an entrepreneur, steering a huge corporation as a CEO, or shaping policy as a politician, you excel where the buck stops with you. You need to be at the helm.
And that strategic brain of yours, it finds the perfect playground in fields that reward smart thinking and calculated risks. Think about the fast-paced world of tech, the high-stakes game of finance, or the empire-building potential of real estate. These are all places where you can plan 10 moves ahead and win big.
And finally, let's not forget that natural charisma of yours. It's a powerful tool in and of itself. It makes you a captivating force in any role that requires persuasion and influence. Commanding a courtroom as a lawyer, inspiring a huge audience as a speaker, or shaping the public conversation in media, these are all platforms where your personality is your power.
So let's bring it all together. The most important point is this: ambitious visionary is not just a cool title. It's the perfect description for someone who combines the huge, expansive dreams of Sagittarius with the real-world executive power of the number 8. You don't just see the future, you have the drive and the authority to go out and build it. At the end of the day, your entire cosmic makeup, from lucky Jupiter to the powerful number 8, is literally a blueprint for leadership and for making an impact. You've been given all the tools, so the only real question left to answer is the one you see right here. What are you going to build next?